going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Brendan Timmons, and today in this video I want to talk a little bit about how Halloween Kills can truly rock. And there's a couple different ways I came up with, and these are just my top 5 reasons as to how Halloween Kills can rock. You guys probably have some opinions in your mind as to how this movie can actually be awesome. So before I get into my reasons, don't forget to leave your guys' comments down below. I'd absolutely love to see what you guys think and what this movie needs to do in order for it to truly be awesome in your guys' eyes. With that being said, let's get into my number 5. Coming in at number 5 is going to be John Carpenter's score. And the reason that it comes in last place is obviously because that's the least of my concern. John Carpenter is obviously a master in his craft. He absolutely loves composing music, and his score for Halloween 2018 was one of the best parts of that movie. I love almost every single new piece that he brought to the table in Halloween 2018, and we even got some revitalizations of and updated versions of some of the music that we're familiar with, or some of the pieces from the original 1978 Halloween that we're familiar with. And I think that if he brings us like a new updated version, like a couple things that I'd like to see in Halloween Kills is I'd like to see an updated version of the Myers house. That would be awesome. I'd like to see an even more updated version of maybe the Shape Stalks or something like that. That would be really cool too, because we did get that in H18, but I feel like that if he plays around with it a little bit more, there are some things that can be really damn great. And of course, the haunted house, when Laurie is walking across the street and she's going to discover Annie's body. I think that we need some new, updated, fresh takes of that, but that is number 5. Number 4 is going to be Michael Myers. Now, James Jude Courtney as Michael Myers in Halloween 2018 did absolutely freaking fantastic. I loved James Jude Courtney as Michael Myers. I think that he is the best Michael Myers since Nick Castle in 1978. And in Halloween 2018, we had to believe that James Jude Courtney was Michael Myers. We had to believe that it was the same guy, and I absolutely did. I believed every aspect of James Jude Courtney being Michael Myers was the same one from 1978. So that was really great, and I thought that he was directed really well. Now, the reason that Michael Myers is at number 4 is because we need to get more of the first-person point of view shots. We need to get more of that creepy, eerie feel, and I never got that in Halloween 2018. I feel like that Michael Myers was always just right on camera. The camera was always right on him. There was never really anything of him being in the background, except when Dana and Aaron were at the gas station. We saw him out of focus, walking in to kill the mechanic. And then when he was killing Oscar, we saw him just kind of pop out behind the tree. But I never got that creepy, eerie feeling that he could be around the corner at any given moment, because the camera was always essentially on him when it needed to be on him. I just think that they need to utilize the shape a little bit more in an eerie, creepy way like they did in 1978. Other than that, with Michael Myers, I think that James Jude Courtney is going to crush it once again as Michael, and I'm just curious to see how they're going to direct him in this movie. I just think that he needs a little bit more sense of direction, and I think that they need to execute more on the first-person point of view shots. Number 3 is going to be the characters. Now, I couldn't stress this enough in a couple of the videos, like since they've been announcing some of the major cast returning and stuff like that, some of the major characters, I should say, returning to Halloween Kills. We need good characters. We need characters that we're going to be able to care about. We need characters like Allison and Karen and Laurie, and now Tommy and Lindsay are coming back in. It's like we need to be able to care about all of these characters, and this is the middle movie of this trilogy, so this should be a major character developing movie. I really didn't like Karen all that much in Halloween 2018. I'm hoping in this one I actually leave the theater and I'm like, you know what? I actually thought that Karen and Allison and even Laurie, they had really great character growth throughout the course of this movie. Now, this also should be the darkest movie, and I'm going to talk about that at my number 1 spot. The character development in this movie has to really execute. We have to be able to care about these characters. We're going to want to be able to connect with these characters even more in this movie, and I think if they executed that with the script, and I already know what the performances are essentially going to be like regarding Allison, Karen, and Laurie, because they were big essential parts in Halloween 2018, and now we've got Lindsay and Tommy and Lonnie coming back, so I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with those characters. Number 2 is going to be keeping the comedy to an absolute minimal. This should not be a funny movie. That's something that made a lot of people angry in Halloween 2018, is the fact that there were some really unnecessary jokes in some super, super intense scenes. And that's one of the things that really irks me about that movie, is that I feel like that they brought a lot of comedy to the table that just wasn't necessary. And I get it. We had a comedic director, David Gordon Green, or a comedic drama director directing, and we had a comedian co-writing with him, that's Danny McBride. And that's a big issue for me because like I said, the comedy was just completely unnecessary in Halloween 2018. I'm really, really hoping that they don't bring a lot of jokes, unless it's like one of the major characters that kind of gives a joke to kind of lighten the mood just a little bit. But for the most part, this should not be a funny movie. This really needs to hit hard from an audience perspective. Like, this really needs to leave us leaving the theater being like, oh shit. I'm sure that they have a dark tone planned for the movie, especially because it's called Halloween Kills. So I'm really hoping that they keep a comedy to a minimum. I'm really hoping that there are not any unnecessary jokes or anything like that. So that's another way that this movie can really hit a home run. But the number one way that this movie can truly rock is the story. We need to have a good connecting story from Halloween 2018 to now. I get it, now they're no longer making a sequel to Halloween 1978. The pressure, it's kind of been lifted off of them a little bit, but still, we need a good, compelling story. This should be the darkest chapter in this new trilogy. Halloween 2018 was reintroducing Laurie Strode after 40 years, and we've seen her now as a broken woman. And this is where I want to talk about the buzz that has been going around the internet about Jamie Lee Curtis. There's a recent interview that she was a part of while she was promoting her new movie coming out, Knives Out, which looks absolutely awesome. I'm very excited to see that movie, but obviously she got asked a little bit about the project she's working on right now, Halloween Kills, and the word trauma kept coming up. The word trauma was really bothering me because we don't need that information. We don't need to explore her trauma and everything that she had went through over the course of the last 40 years. What we need to do now is we need to go based off of what we found out about her in 2018 and not go backwards. If they do that, they're going to be going backwards, and it's just going to be an all-over-the-place type of movie, and I don't think that we're going to need that. What we need to do is, again, Halloween 2018 was reintroducing Laurie Strode after 40 years. We know that she was a very broken person. We know that she's a very fierce person. This needs to show that even more because more is going to be at stake. She, after 40 years, was preparing for this boogeyman, this fear of him escaping. She was ready for it, and when it didn't work, now she's even more fierce, or she's even more terrified because Michael's on the loose again. What are they going to do to stop it? The ending of this movie should leave the audience, like I said, like, oh my God, how are they going to fix this? How are they going to defeat Michael Myers in Halloween Ends? It should not be a light tone movie. It should be very dark. It should be very disturbing in many aspects, especially because we know Michael Myers is probably going to be super pissed off because Laurie ended up getting away. What Laurie was able to do to him. Michael is going to be fierce, and he's going to be ready to go, and I cannot wait to see what they do with Halloween Kills. This is one of my most anticipated movies for next year. I truly cannot wait to see what they do in Halloween Kills. And these are my 5 reasons as to how Halloween Kills can absolutely be awesome. So with that being said, guys, post your guys' comments down below. Let me know, what do you guys think? How can Halloween Kills be awesome in your guys' eyes? Do you guys agree with what I said? Did I miss anything? Whatever your guys' thoughts are, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you guys like this, don't forget to join me on my journey to 5,000 subscribers, and I will see you guys in my next video.